Welcome back to another episode of the FawrOut Perspective Podcast. I'm Kurt Architect.
It's your boy Y2 times your girl's favorite ex.
Right, we're back with another episode this week. We do have a special guest with us. Before we get into that, Y2 times, how's your week, brother?
It's been a good week, man. It's the beginning of the month, so now them bills is hitting. So we real humble, but hey, we got enough money to pay them, so we blessed.
That is a blessing. I do feel that. I feel that. My week been straight. Just making some necessary moves to help this shit expand and push forward and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been a good, productive week. But as I mentioned, we do have a special guest with us. If you in the Charlotte area, Charlotte media, you probably recognize his face for sure. Definitely his voice. He is the creator of the Mouthin Out podcast.
Yes, sir.
Charlotte. He goes by the name of Adrian.
Hey, what's good, bro?
Clap.
Where claps at?
I don't know if they got them shits on.
I don't hear the claps. We can clap, goddamn.
Goddamn clap in the damn studio.
Yeah.
What's good, brother?
What's good? Thank you guys for having me.
Thank
For
you
sure.
for coming, man. For
Glad
real.
to be here.
Thank you for coming.
Been checking out y'all's content. I like what y'all got going on. So I was like, let me tap in with them.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it, man. You know, you've been one of the people who've been out here doing it for a minute.
Yes.
And with Mouthin Out, well, first, where are you from, bro? Are you from Charlotte?
So I'm from the Charlotte area. So I'm from Fort Mill.
Okay.
So it's like right over that border.
Yeah,
you know
right
what I'm saying?
there.
But it's all basically the same thing type shit.
Got you. And how long have you been doing the Mouthin Out podcast?
So I've been doing that since 2020. 2020 and before that, I was just doing like film and stuff like that.
Got you. So what inspired the name and what inspired you to start the podcast?
So the name, I was thinking very, 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 very hard about a name, and then I was watching Wildin' Out one day, and I was like, let me kind of like turn that W to an M, and Mouthin' Out, Wildin' Out, Mouthin' Out.
Oh,
I like
okay.
that.
I like that.
Like that.
Yeah.
So then I kept it, and then what inspired the show? So like I said, I have like a film background. Been doing film since like 2000 and probably 12. Went to school for it and everything. So after school, I was heavy into like producing shows, producing films. So it was a concept for a TV show, because this was kind of before everybody was doing podcasts and wave game. But we conceptualized it, had a different host, but we just never dropped the episodes because I went off to shoot a documentary and then, never did it. Then COVID hit, and I just was like, fuck it, I'm outside still.
Yeah.
So started shooting interviews.
And COVID was crazy.
Nah, COVID was a wild time. That's what's up, though. So how many interviews would you say you've done so far with Mouthin Out?
Interviews over 1,000 for sure. I've conducted over 1,000 interviews with Mouthin Out for sure.
Nice.
For sure.
Got you. And what makes you want to like stay in the Charlotte area, or like you see potential here in the state, or just this region overall? Because we're always talking about growing, and Charlotte could be this, that, and the third. So, what's got you wanting to plant your flag here?
No, I mean, so I'm from the Charlotte area. I'm from Fort Mill, like it's right over the border, South Carolina, 803. But it's been so close, so I've always been going over the border, coming to Charlotte. Everything going on in Charlotte. But I did move to LA for like 2.5 years right before COVID. So like 2018, 2019, I was living there, came back during COVID, started up Mouthin Out, did hella interviews. Then I went back 2021, stayed in LA, did interviews up there, and now I'm back here. So, but I do travel a lot with the show. Like it's mobile, so we go everywhere, South by Southwest, New York, all different states. So it's mobile, but I just have so many resources here. It's kind of easier to get stuff done.
Yeah. What did you like about LA? You was out there for 2 years.
I love LA.
Yeah.
I want to go back. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love LA. It's
LA's
just
dope.
everybody understands. In the South, people tend to have a traditional mindset.
Yeah.
So when you say, "Oh, I want to be an actor," I want to be a film director, oh, I want to host a podcast, they might look at you like, go get a 9-to-5.
Yeah.
But when you out there, or a place that has like a bigger ecosystem industry, Atlanta, New York, they're going to probably understand. They're going to be like, okay, what do you want to do? How can we help? Or
a lot of people move out there for that, like to be actors and stuff, especially in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like they kind of get it out there.
Yeah.
Like chasing your dreams type shit.
Because the infrastructure is built. So like out here, we definitely got like, just speaking on the music industry, we have like music talent. We have a bunch of talent. There's talent out here, but it's more to it than that.
Yeah.
We need the agencies. We need more record labels. We got South Coast, but we need like 5 or 10 South Coast music groups. You know what I'm saying? Like we need more things to help everybody.
Yeah, that's what Benny Pugh was talking about because he has a artist showcase show he does here every year. I think he's bringing one back next year. He used to be a part of the record industry, so yeah, he was talking about that too. Just kind of having the infrastructure here to carry it out, since we do have a lot of talented acts.
It's coming.
Yeah,
like we were kind of saying, we were talking about just like platforms, the need for more platforms and everything. Like I said, I foresee that being like a big wave in the near year. Like it's right around the corner. So like y'all starting it now, so y'all good. Y'all gonna be ahead of the wave.
That'll be pillars like us and other brands around.
Y'all gonna be built and established.
Yeah, for sure. Out of the interviews you did, I did want to just ask you a question related to FawrOut. So FawrOut, I think I explained to you a long time ago. It's for the talented, unique, and misunderstood. So it kind of highlights the alternative Black crowd. In short, like not the stereotypical Black person, but the person that might be in the anime, the person might listen to punk rock, or they might look like a regular, stereotypical person, but they might draw, they might can act, they might can sing.
Right.
There's so many things, nuances that make them different, that make them FawrOut. So the slogan for the talented, unique, and misunderstood, right? So out of all the artists that you interview, I'm sure you have like your favorite interview or spaces you've been in, but for artist wise, I want to ask who's your most favorite, your most talented, most unique, and most misunderstood artist you think you interviewed? So it's basically like a top 3.
Did so many. I probably just speak on like my most recent interview with this kid. He's like 16. He's from up north. His name's Sugar Hill D-Dot. He's from Sugar Hill, Harlem. But he's like a rising drill artist. He's trying to get away from drill, but like he's got so much energy. And I didn't know too much about him beforehand, but after I did hella research, or before the interview I did hella research, but after I did even more, and his fan base is crazy.
Yeah,
like super crazy. Like I have interviews that have more like views than his, but like his views came in super quick, and his audience was super engaged and like on all platforms. So like I'd probably say like he's cool. He's cool. He's probably like
Yeah, no, I can see he definitely has a fan base. I was checking out the interview. I was in the comments like, he sounds sick. He sounds like his fans are like really on it. Like even his voice being off a little bit.
Yeah, right. So I say since you interviewed so many people, what would you say is like one of your like worst, but not I'll say worst. Yeah, let's say your worst, but not like you don't got to throw no names out there, but like what made them bad, like as far as like interviewing.
I don't think there's like a bad interview or a good interview. I think there's just like things that people do that makes it bad. So I'll just speak on that. So like I tend to hate, like biggest pet peeves is like artists tend to think that they're more different than they actually are, or they're more unique than they actually are. Like when I ask them like a cliche question like describe your music or what makes you different than everybody else. Oh, my music sounds different. Oh, my shit fire. Like you hear that all the time, or just something that it's not a pet peeve, but just you might have artists that are more reserved. So as a host, you have to pull that out of them.
More,
So,
Yeah, everybody like to think they're vulnerable now too, but not really that vulnerable at all. Man.
Right.
Yeah.
But I haven't had like a worst interview. I'll take that back. So like I do event interviews.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like worse, but just like some of these places, like I tend to do it in like clubs and stuff. So like I was doing an interview with a guy. His name's Billy Peso. He's based in Greensboro. But we was doing an interview, and then a big ass fight breaks out. So we like interviewing, and then we look, and then we just like,
Yeah.
It was good content.
Keep it all in. Keep it all in.
Yeah, keep rolling.
Yeah, right.
God damn. All right, so I know earlier,
we have some crazy moments. For sure.
I know early off air you were talking about wanting to do something with like a directory with like all the different podcasts and platforms in Charlotte. If you could speak more to that about what you're trying to put together with that.
Yes, so we got a streaming service called Vodcast Central. Vodcast meaning video podcast central, launching next year. And basically, it'll be a streaming service, but it'll also be a directory aspect to it. So I just want to tap in with all the podcasts in the community that are in the Charlotte area. I mean, across the nation, but starting in the North Carolina area that are doing video podcasts specifically. And like I said, I feel like there's about to be a wave of just platforms. Like I see it popping up everywhere where it's just like the mic drops or everybody wants to have a podcast or a show, an interview platform, or just some type of content performance show, whatever. Like Charlotte's getting that. So like we were just talking about the infrastructure, like that's needed as well, like media platforms. So I just want to connect the dots. A lot of artists come to me after they do my show. They want to know what else is out here. So if I had just a place that I could send them to and, you know, pick which ones you like, I'm going to connect the dots. Let's make it happen.
Send them to FawrOut. Send them to the FawrOut
Right.
Collective.
Right.
That's fire. So what's your tunnel vision for the media space in Charlotte? Not tunnel vision. What do you see in the grand scheme for Charlotte as this forever emerging and growing city? Where do you see the media space like a year from now when it comes to the culture? You probably like one of the most consistent faces. I see y'all here.
Media, I definitely think, you know, as y'all can see, like podcasting is growing, but I think video podcasting specifically will become a thing because video tends to follow whatever audio does, whether it's music or just like straight audio. Because, you know, we had CDs, then we got DVDs, and then we had music streaming services. Now we have, you know, our video streaming services, whatever the case may be. So now we have audio podcasts. Now we're about to have a video podcast. It's about to be like a wave. And I just think like more and more people will do that, you know, but the consistent ones will stand out. You know, they'll be the pillars and everything. That's very important to stay consistent. But as we have these superstars or mega artists, as they keep coming to the Carolinas, they come, they usually go to the club, they get a bag, and then they leave. As our platforms grow, they'll start tapping in with the platforms. People will start saying, like, hey, go here instead of just the radio station.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Leaving. So that's kind of
my little 2 cents to it. I honestly see it being like Texas. Like, you know how Texas, like, you can be millionaires and you don't have to leave Texas. Like, the artists down there, like a Slim Thug, Sauce Walker. Like, Slim Thug is rich as hell, like in his 40s and still getting it. Like, he just go to Austin, Houston, Dallas, all the surrounding areas. So I see the Carolinas being like that, including South Carolina. Like,
for sure.
The whole, I could see, like, us being like a market, you know what I mean, and building that up. That was my
I agree.
2 cents to that. And one last question I have for you, she had did some research on you, and she saw that you traveled from like ran across America, 2,500 miles from South Carolina to California.
Yep.
So, so
On your feet?
Yeah, on my feet. On my feet.
Nah.
So what was that about?
You say that, but with the right motivation,
No.
you would get out there. So if a person offered you $50 million, you wouldn't try to do that? $50 million right now.
$50 million, it comes with some stip. Yeah, I guess.
You would do it. You would
that
get out
amount
there.
of money. It's nobody just giving you $50 million tax free.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he know you're not gonna make it. That's why he giving me the $50 million. I'm not making it.
Save your family. Like,
Oh,
you ain't get out. Like, with the right motivation. Yo,
life or death.
Everybody look at me like.
Life or death, but you did that with no gun to your head. That's what I'm saying.
What was the motivation?
Right. No. So I have like a running background. Besides film, like I've been doing running like all my life.
Okay.
Like, before in middle school, elementary, I was running niggas. I was racing niggas, saying like I'm the fastest nigga. But you know, so track, cross country, and then after that, just wanting to combine all of my strengths into one. So like filmmaking. Earlier I was speaking about the conceptualization of Mouthin out, but we didn't do it because I was shooting a documentary. That was the documentary that I was shooting.
Okay.
So I went to run across America. Ultimately, I was trying to raise money for my film company. And I was just like, you know, at first it was like, damn, what can I do? I'm kind of like, what? I just shot this film. What can I do? Okay, I'm going to run. Or I can film somebody run. I can shoot a documentary of somebody running. They can run to Rock Hill. No, that's not big enough. They can run to Atlanta. That's big, but that's still not big enough.
That's big.
And I was like, okay, across America, that's it. But who can I get to run? You know, and so I just settled on myself. And I was like, now I got to get somebody to film. So my homie, Carlos White, shout out to him. He drove like a support vehicle. And while I was running, he was either following me behind or he'll go miles down, set up, get me running by. But he documented the whole way.
Okay.
For sure.
So how long?
So it took 3 months. It took 3 months. I ran 20 to 30 miles a day.
Yep.
Walked 20 to 30 miles a day.
And then y'all just like stopped wherever.
Yeah, so wherever I stopped, we would mark it, and then, you know, I hop in the car and we would go to like a Walmart or something like that and sleep in the whip or camp out or whatever.
You ever been running? Somebody was like, "Boy, you in the wrong parts to be doing that type of stuff."
To be honest, yes.
Of course.
Not gonna lie, like I wasn't expecting it, but there was one particular place that I think was in Arkansas, and it was a town. Like I was running, but Carlos, he was like he had already driven by. He was waiting.
Mhm.
And when I came through, I was done. I came off the highway and everything. I was running, and he was on a skateboard. And he was like, "Bruh, somebody just said niggas don't ride skateboards." He said, "Yeah, they drove by in a truck, whatever." And then once he told me that, I was like, "Damn, that's crazy." And I wasn't thinking anything of the town or anything because people be doing random shit when they in the car, or whatever. They get
Yeah.
bold when they in the car.
Nah,
but
if you're in a pickup truck, you need to get out of there.
I would have been like, niggas don't ride
but
skateboards.
but
Put that shit back.
we went in a gas station and everybody was just looking at us.
Yeah.
You could feel it. I was like, damn, what's up? And then the cops pulled up. But they was getting gas. They ain't say nothing to us or anything like that, but just they pulled up. So, we just kind of caught that feeling like, oh yeah, we need to get going. And then like in other towns, maybe Mississippi or Alabama or Arkansas, one of them, they still had like signs that like sundown towns and shit like that. They had signs up and everything like that.
I appreciate them signs because I'm not stopping.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
But I mean, we ain't running into anything, dealing with like racism or anything except that one time.
Okay, that's good because I was thinking you be running and somebody like, they go one right there.
Nah, yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, that could definitely happen because it's like us against the world at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Us two, we don't know nobody else. It's all elements going on around us. So like, I prayed.
So you ran to California's border, like so
We
you
ran
at the border
to the
and you
Hollywood
was like,
sign. The Hollywood sign.
Jesus.
And even then we kept running because like the end, it was like a running store. They had like a finish line for me out there. And one of the other like people who donated happens to be like an executive on TDE. So like they own like a restaurant out there. So we had like a little thing there too. Shout out to him. Shout out to H Wood. Yeah.
That's fire, bro. You
That's
see,
what's up.
Wild's a little against all that running. It sounded a little crazy to me too, but you can't tell by our size. We have some big back stories in our day that probably makes us, not really thrilled to run across the country.
Okay.
You get 2 miles out of me at best.
But Wall has a segment that he likes to do, and I'll let him go ahead.
Yes,
Okay,
we are back to Big Back Chronicles.
I still need a theme song.
It definitely do need a theme song, but yeah, and we are here to tell our stories about some fat shit that we did.
Fat shit, okay.
Everybody's done it, no matter
I'll be
what
doing
size
some
you
fat
are.
shit. Yeah.
Exactly. You have big back, little back, medium back. You've done some big back things
Yeah.
with all sizes of backs.
Right.
Absolutely.
Sizes of backs. So I'm gonna start. See, there was a lot of big back stuff going on in college, man. Like Cookout stayed open all night. It was down the street. It's in the Cookout store. I'm just telling you, we was at Cookout a lot. It was so in my I had a suite with my friends, and my roommate was crossing Kappa and my suite mate was crossing Q at the same time. So I'm seeing them both run in and out the crib and stuff like that at all different hours. And my Q suite mate, country boy from not South Carolina, from Virginia, like the country of shout out AJ. He country family, so they came, they did it big for the probate. So they came in, brought all the food to the house, not to our room, and it's a lot of food. And during this time, it's Lent. And for you heathens that don't know what Lent is, it's when you give up something until Easter, I think. I don't know how long. It's like maybe a month or some time. So I was doing that, and Lent was always working good for
You
me.
give up like a specific type of food or just like
Anything. Like I
a
gave
vice,
up
any type of
any
vice?
type of vice. Like I gave up soda one year, and now I really don't drink soda like that. And this particular year, I gave up pork. I remember this year like it was yesterday. And as I'm giving up pork, and then my homeboy, they got a whole bunch of food, so I'm just eating stuff, and I'm eating these new things. I'm like, man, this is real good. And he's like, what's this? And he's like, this is fried ribs. I said, fried ribs?
Damn.
I ain't never had a fried rib in my life, so I'm like, I shouldn't even be eating this. It's against my my religion right now. So I had to clean my plate though, so I ate like the last one on there.
Niggas just gave up pork.
But I never knew you could fry. Until this point, I never knew you could fry ribs.
You lying.
Yeah, I'm like, for real?
Oh,
Killing
man.
it. So I just remember I'm like, man, I shouldn't even be eating it. So I did kind of feel bad about it, but then he came back into my room and was like, man, I eat this stuff all the time. Y'all can have at it. Boy.
Right. Yeah.
Them fried ribs, they didn't last. Yeah.
Did you pick something else to give up?
I was calling. No, I gave up pork until that moment. Until I ate them fried ribs, and I realized.
Yeah, like how.
Easter probably was about 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks away, but I did my best.
Yeah.
But when I first ate it, I was like, I don't know what this is, but it's really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I gave up. I gave up on my religion for fried ribs.
I don't even eat pork anyway.
But you didn't even know it was.
I didn't know before.
We'll
But
give you a benefit of that.
yeah, when he told me, hey, it's y'all can eat it. I don't eat this
And
all the
then
time.
you kept
I was
going.
like, you
Well,
know
you
what?
already fucked it up.
You feel me? You feel me? My hand already in the cookie jar. I might as
Right.
well just get a handful. Yeah.
What you got for it?
Yeah. And that is my big backstory. If you ever have fried ribs before, AJ, hey man, bring them back.
It's a goddamn shame, man. My big backstory is with this nigga. It was in college. I think it was like our winter break or spring break or some shit. And we used to frequent cookout a lot. And at this time around, we was broke college students and high all the time. We smoked weed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular one, I was
Yes, we
counting
did.
out change for cookout on my cookout tray. Yeah, it's a goodie. So yeah, it's not that crazy. I was just counting out change, and I was getting frustrated because I was high, and what I was counting in my head wasn't what I was seeing in my hand, and I was like, bro, I'm not gonna get the milkshake. Like it was felt like I was losing out on the draft.
Nigga was counting change for like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh,
high as a bitch.
Just going through the
Yeah.
same coins in his head.
Yeah, and then I eventually figured out the right amount I needed to have, and I was just high, and I was able to go through and get whatever I wanted from cookout. But I didn't feel fat. I just felt like maybe I should stop smoking for a little while. Yeah, that was my big backstory. Just counting out change for cookout.
Counting out change for a milkshake.
Yeah, well, I had a tray, so I think I wanted to add something else to it, but it was bad. It was nasty work, bro. And I was high, so I was counting out the same amount of like coins each time, and shit wasn't adding up. But yeah, I was more frustrated at myself. But that's my big backstory, just counting out change for cookout.
Right.
Wasn't the first.
You have a big backstory that you might have done or some.
Yes.
some
Before
fast
then, since
did?
we're talking
Yes.
about weed, I'm gonna go ahead and plug this Slapwoods. Make
Zoom
sure
in on
y'all
that, Chris.
tap in. Slapwoods. I'm sure y'all heard of Backwoods, but this is Slapwoods because they slap.
Okay.
Definitely just gift y'all with this.
Gracias.
Smoker friends. Yes, sir. But my big backstory, it's not gonna specifically be for me, but I was talking to a big back shawty.
There you go.
Big back shawty.
We'll take that too.
Okay, and so she was cute. She was mad cute.
Okay.
So you know how you go to the movie theaters, right?
Okay.
You know how you go to the movie theater.
We at the movies.
And you know when you can sneak food in, you can sneak snacks
Yeah,
in.
always. Who buys
Always,
stuff?
right? Right?
Who buys anything?
But this one particular day, she was like, "Oh, I got some snacks." I was like, "Okay, yeah, what we about to eat?" She brings out 3 Big Macs.
Oh my god.
3 Big Macs. I was like,
Did you say?
"No."
For
For her, she ate them all.
Oh,
She's
it's for
like,
her.
"You won't?" I mean, she offered me, but I'm like,
Did you say anything?
"Nah, you got it. You got it."
she ate all
I ain't
3 Big
saying
Macs
that.
at the movie?
Huh?
She ate
She ate it all. Why
She ate all 3.
all 3. Pulled them out one by one and ate all
Did you have like
3
a
of them.
visual reaction when she brought them out, or you just cool?
Yeah.
Did they come
I
with
looked
fries?
up. She ain't seen me, but I looked. I'm like, what the fuck
She
is going on?
She was in the zone.
Yeah, and I was just in my head. I'm like, nope, never again. This ain't happening. This is it. This is it.
So she no fries. She just had 3 Big Macs.
Just 3 Big Mac sandwiches.
And
Just
she wanted
started
you to
killing
have
them.
one, but
Have one, but I
but
was just like, nah.
she ate.
It was just messy. That was disgusting to me.
That's
You
a
know what I'm
lot.
saying?
That's a
Snacks
lot.
is cool. I mean, like candy
yeah,
and
that's
shit
what
like that.
I'm
cool,
thinking.
but that's OD.
Maybe a
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A sandwich.
That means she had a freshly warming up too. That's nasty, bro.
Yeah. I was like, that did it for me. You know what I'm saying? But she was cute.
Yeah, that's nasty work, man.
But nah, that killed
And
it.
that is our segment of Big Back. And if you have a Big Back story, please send in your Big Back stories to FawrOut. Or if you want us to tell your stories, Kurt will say your name on the story. You send them to me, I'll tell your
Absolutely.
story. I won't say your name.
I will
Yeah.
say that. And why are you shaming anything this week? You have any shame?
Oh, yes. We have a lot of things to shame. So many things to shame this week. We are going to start, 1 to 4. Just pick a number between 1 and 4. Number 4. All right, so today we are shaming you niggas
Damn.
that go to these wing spots and ask for all flats. That's just sassy. No, I'm talking about the men. This is a sassy thing. You get the food that you get when you go there and get your wings. You get the drums and the wings. You go there. Can I have all flats? It's sassy.
Yeah, I ain't never did that.
It's sassy. Yeah. Turn your head
People
because
do
I'm
that.
men do that. They were like, "Oh, can I have all flats?"
I never seen
That's how it sounds when a
nobody
man say that. Can I get all flats? It's for my girl. Nah, nigga, them flats for you.
No, that's crazy.
That's wild as hell. And I just think that's sassy. Look, okay, the camera's on him. His back is turned. This is sassy man behavior. You going in there ordering all flats. Why can't you have no drums? Like, just take the wing. As a man, you take the wings you get.
Yeah.
And that's life.
Food is food.
Food is food. Why you need all flats? Because that's how you sound when you say it out loud, fellas. Can I have it wet all flats? And you should be ashamed of your goddamn self. Because that's embarrassing.
Man. You didn't ask for all flats, bro?
Exactly. And don't go up there saying all flats is for my girl. We know that's for you.
Who does? That's OD picky.
I appreciate
That's
you.
OD picky. I ain't gonna lie.
Look at, tell them shame in the camera.
It's gonna taste the same.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
From your perspective,
that's crazy,
what's the difference from your perspective, bro? Like,
I will take drums, but if it like I don't go all the time and say, yo, let me get flats. But that is my preference. But I don't necessarily request it all the time. Like if I order something from Chex, all the time. But if I order something from Chex, like I'll take with the drums.
You get your regular 8-10 piece, all flats.
so then, when you do ask for it, what makes you ask for it? He was like, "Oh nah, I need."
Because I think about like dipping it in the ranch, or if I want blue cheese, depending on what flavor wing I got that day. And it just seems like a
shame.
I feel more fly.
Eat your food like a man.
Whatever.
This had nothing to do with you ladies. Y'all do what y'all want. You're beautiful. I'll get you all flats anytime you want to, baby. Men, sassy, shameful sassy.
Facts, gang.
But, shit, that's gonna wrap it up for us, man. Wow, we're gonna talk after this shit.
We're gonna have to.
Do you have anything coming up, brother Adrian, with Mouthin Out and all the great work that you do in the city and just being all these spaces? Everyone knows you. Like, you got anything else coming up? I know we closing out the year.
Yeah, I think the major thing for me is we're about to launch a big campaign because I want to raise money to put together a podcasting van. So like I travel a lot, and when I go, I do a lot of interviews. So I want to like instead of having to like find a studio, you know what I'm saying, or just go into a club and just deal with the music, the crappy sound, I could have a professional, full-fledged studio with me wherever I go. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be dope.
And then I have to rent a car, you know what I'm saying? All these other things. So we want to do that. And this will help with the content for everybody else that's across the nation. So, you know, we just want to raise money. It's going to launch in December. We'll be also doing, we were talking about streaming. So we'll be doing 30 streams, 30 different streams with 30 different rappers. Just all trying to raise money. That'll be going on in December.
That's fire. Bro.
That's what's up, man.
FawrOut shit.
Definitely give us an invite, man. We'll pull up.
Yeah, pull up.
Yeah,
pull up. We're going to have enough time.
Oh, for sure.
We appreciate you being on, bro. We
Yes.
appreciate you taking time out.
Show, man.
Yes.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Adrian, again. That's Adrian Mouthin Out podcast in Charlotte, whole Carolinas. Signing off here. I need to finish what I'm saying. Thank you. It's multiple angles. Signing off. Kurt Architect.
It's your boy Y2 times.
Thank y'all for watching.
Yes, appreciate it.
Absolutely. Like, subscribe. Cool.
Appreciate you, my boy.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.